Hi, welcome back. Time now for Great Day Food, and we are so excited because the iconic Crown Market is joining us in our studio today. They are a neighbor of mine. I've loved them, and I just think it's wonderful that you guys are thriving.
Yeah, they're a staple in West Hartford's Bishop's Corner for 85 years. So here with us today is Crown Market Managing Partner Deborah Raviv. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's dispel a couple of myths. You don't have to be Jewish to shop at the Crown.
100% true. Kosher food is we're making kosher cool.
I think kosher is the best because it has supervision.
Yes, kosher food just means it's any food that you can really buy anywhere that's not pork or shellfish that just has supervision. So it's regular food. For some reason, people think that kosher food is something strange and different. Kosher is not. It just means that there was supervision at the time that the food was prepared.
And can you just really quickly, for those who may not know, when you say supervision, what are you talking about there?
So there's a person called a mashgiach.
The mashgiach.
Yes, and they are trained, and their specialty is they know how to wash the vegetables. Everything is supervised, and that person would be in the kitchen or at the slaughterhouse or at the fishmonger when the fish or the meat is being slaughtered or prepared.
So we make sure there's no cross-contamination.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's in its purest form, which makes a lot of sense health-wise if you want as pure of a food as you want to get, right?
Correct, absolutely.
And you got some salmon in front of us. You're going to teach us how to de-skin it?
Yes. So today we're making salmon bowls. Really healthy, light. Yeah. So when I take the skin off. Just take your piece of salmon. You want to grab the skin. You have to have a really good fillet knife, and you're just gonna pull the skin, pull the skin, and go at the same time. It really is not that difficult. People are worried about how they're going to get the skin off.
I am amazed by
that.
And that's no waste, right? Zero waste there.
Wow,
so
that is wonderful.
What we're going to do for the salmon is we're simply going to cut it into cubes.
Okay.
And we're going to do it quickly because I know we are on TV time.
Yeah, that's great.
We're going to cut that. And if you actually want to throw a little bit of olive oil into that pan, just a little.
This one right here?
Right here. Okay. I like to use a ceramic pan. You also have an induction stove here, so that's for induction cooking. And then we're just going to cube it. And it doesn't have to be precise. 1 by 1 cubes.
And Deb, this is not your first rodeo with food. Tell us about your background.
Not. My background, I went to school at the Cordon Bleu in Paris, France. Yes.
Oui. What was that experience like?
That experience was amazing. I'm actually just going to flip this over so that when we cut the vegetables, we're using the non-salmon side. That was amazing. I had a great experience, but life experience is really what gives you experience in our industry. I've worked for many restaurants. I owned 2 restaurants. I owned a food truck. So I've been doing this for 25 years.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
We're going to go ahead and marinate the salmon. You could do this the night before. I put it in a Ziploc bag, marinate it, nice and juicy the next day when you go to cook it. So we're just going to do a little bit of soy.
Yeah, because you don't want dry fish.
We don't want dry fish. We do a little teriyaki. Something we're launching at the Crown this week. This is the launch of our new concept. It's called Recipes with Raviv. Oh. So I'm going to put out a recipe once a week.
How awesome
And I'm going to
that?
give you a shopping list of everything you can buy at the Crown Market.
Oh, that's
so
great.
all the recipes are fully kosher. Everything will be available at the Crown. And it just gives people a little inspiration, maybe get them familiar with things they don't know. We do a little toasted sesame oil.
Okay. And that was a little rice vinegar before
rice
that?
Vinegar.
Okay.
Now, are you spicy people or not spicy?
I like a little heat.
So I like a little heat. So I love this sriracha. We're just going to add a little bit, and like I said, not too much, just to give it a little bit of heat.
All right.
Okay, that's going to marinate, and we're going to pretend that marinated overnight, right?
Perfect.
And we're gonna,
overnight, okay.
You don't have to, but it really soaks in all the flavor. The soy gets into the salmon. We're going to put that right into the pan. That's what you want to hear, the nice sear. Okay, I'm going to let you want to help me?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh God,
and then we're just going to get our veggies ready. So you can do any vegetables with this recipe that your family likes, that you like. My family likes peppers. We like avocado. We're doing edamame, little cilantro, scallions, radish, and avocado. If you like at the end, I like to add a little lime juice at the very end.
Ooh.
So we're just going to julienne the pepper, okay? And when it's almost finished, about 3/4 of the way, I add the veggies to the salmon.
Oh, you do? Like here in the pan?
Yep,
okay.
just so it's a one-pan type of situation.
And I was
ahead.
just going to ask a real quick cooking question because I'm always
Yes.
wondering. So as I'm trying to cook the salmon, do you have to turn over the salmon so it's seared on?
You can. You don't want to play with it too much because it will fall apart. You want to keep it nice and cubed. So we're almost there because this is a pretty hot induction stove.
Closed Saturdays for the Sabbath?
We're closed from Friday night at sundown, an hour and a half before sundown, and we're closed on Saturdays for Shabbat.
For Shabbat, I apologize.
Correct. That's okay.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely correct. Okay, so we've got that cooking. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you, I like to use a Japanese mandolin for the radishes.
You like the mandolin.
We got about a minute.
Okay. So we're going to start plating in soon.
All right.
And you're just really easy. Look,
That is
so
so great.
simple. I mean, there's no better way.
Look
You
at this.
can slice it if you have great knife skills, but look how beautiful it comes out,
Beautiful.
nice and thin.
She's
That's
talented
done.
and plays the mandolin as well. All right, you can find the Crown Market at
I'm going to
2471
plate this up for you.
Yeah.
Albany Avenue in West Hartford.
me
Check out thecrownmarket.com. You can also follow along on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Deb, we can't thank you enough for being on the
Thank
show.
you. And on Instagram, is that where we can see your recipes that you're going to post?
Instagram,
Great.
Facebook, also on our website, you'll see everything. We're going to put the salmon on.
Look
okay?
at that.
We're going to
Beautiful.
throw on the peppers that we did earlier. Okay. Some edamame.
Ooh, and it looks so colorful, doesn't
Little
it?
scallion.
Okay.
Some
And
radishes.
And we're ready to go. We'll eat it during the break. We are going to take a break right
cilantro.
now. I'll be back with more of Great Day right after this. Thanks again, Deb.
Thank
so good
you.
to see
Thank
you.
Thank you for having me.
And happy 85 years.
Thank you.